Florida is taking steps to block influence from hostile foreign nations, especially China. Governor Ron דה-סנטיס signed an executive order on Thursday that will prohibit companies tied to these countries from getting technology and services in Florida. NTD's Jeremy Sandberg has more.
Along with the executive order Thursday, Governor דה-סנטיס announced further measures to be proposed in the next legislative session.
Clearly, when you're talking about the CCP and you're talking about countries like that, we need to have some distance there, and we need to have a layer of protection for the people of Florida.
The proposed legislation will address cybersecurity, real estate, and academia. Florida has 7 countries of concern on its list. Those countries are China, Cuba, Russia, Iran, North Korea, Syria, and Venezuela. The measures aim to make it harder for these countries to engage in espionage or influence operations within Florida's borders. The first measure will prohibit state and local governments from contracting with companies owned, controlled, or based in China and other foreign countries of concern if the contract provides access to Floridians' personal information.
So this is things like social security numbers, it's things like your bank account information, and it's things like your medical records. That should not be in the hands of the Chinese Communist Party.
The second will stop China and other maligned countries from purchasing agricultural land in Florida and land close to military bases in the Sunshine State. The third action דה-סנטיס announced will forbid Florida universities and their staff from accepting gifts from any individual or entity affiliated with China or other countries hostile to American interests. דה-סנטיס also mentioned the Chinese regime's role in the COVID pandemic, their efforts to cover up the origin of the virus, and the part they play in manufacturing and shipping fentanyl to drug cartels in Mexico that run it into the U.S. across the southern border. He says he will continue the course to combat CCP influence and stand strong against their ideology. Jeremy Sandberg, NTD News.